A significant ruling from the Supreme Court today. Privately held or family companies can refuse birth control coverage based on religious beliefs.
CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer with more now on this very controversial decision.
A stunning blow to President Obama's Affordable Care Act, a huge victory for privately held or family-owned companies. The Supreme Court ruled that employers that hold religious objections can refuse to foot the bill for birth control for their female employees. The Bishop of Brooklyn's reaction?
I think it's a very good decision.
The 5-4 ruling in the so-called Hobby Lobby case upheld the right of the Oklahoma-based Hobby Lobby craft stores, 600 nationwide, to opt out of provisions of Obamacare that mandate free birth control. Hobby Lobby, whose owners are evangelical Christians, objected to having to pay for contraception like the morning after pill and the intrauterine device, IUD, which they view as tantamount to abortion.
Religious liberty is at stake. Let me give you an example. If we were to tell Muslims and Jews that pork is good to eat, the government could decide you should eat pork because it's good for your health. Could we force them to do something against their religious tenets? I don't think so.
We say no way!
But women's groups are furious, saying that women who work for such companies may be forced to make decisions about birth control based on cost, not the best interest of their health.
Here in the year 2014, it is very frustrating to still be fighting for access to birth control, which should be considered a basic preventive health care. So this ruling was very disappointing to us.
The ruling leaves President Obama with the task of finding another way to provide free birth control to women who work for such companies, maybe even amending the law to have the government pick up the tab.
We're still assessing the decision, so it's too early for me to state what kind of action would be available to the president or what kind of action he would even consider at this point.
The White House spokesperson said he hoped Congress would take steps to mitigate the problem, but getting the Republican-controlled House of Representatives to pass a bill allowing the government to pay for free birth control might be a very tall order, since many Republicans want Obamacare overturned. Maurice and Christine.
All right, Marcia, thank you.
And the ruling is sparking fierce debate, as you might imagine, on Facebook. Joy is calling the ruling, quote, a great victory for religious freedom. Shari thinks it's a step in the wrong direction, saying, wow, this country really has gone backwards.
Teresa says, before anyone gets upset, please read the entire decision. This is not an attack on women's contraceptives or women's rights. This is a religious family who does not believe in abortion. And Jill doesn't agree, posting, this is worse than discrimination. This opens the door to companies choosing not to pay for anything that they find objectionable.